Hey guys, welcome back to another round of War Robots. I'm Pendous, and today we're taking a look at a few different subscriber requests. So I've had a lot of people, I've played around with it quite a bit lately, but I've had a lot of people ask for the the Scourge Bogasari. I don't run shock trains. And then for the Punisher Raven, except I put a little twist on it because I've run the Punisher Raven quite a bit actually, but the twist is adding a storm on there. I find that it helps you out a lot more when you get up close, and then also having something that can constantly fire for knocking down Ansel shields. Then you never have to worry about like that reload and the Ansel coming back too much kind of thing. So we'll talk about that a little bit more in the game. Well, hopefully we get some good ones here. And then the other one I've had requested a lot over the last like month and a half. I just finished upgrading, like just this past week, I just finished upgrading my second Ember that I got to level 12. So anyway, that's what we're looking at. So instead of putting up the watermarks, I figured I would just show you guys this when I start my recordings and everything. So, and I'm coming at you from my phone, just recording it on my computer kind of thing. But anyway, yeah, so let's just jump into a couple rounds here, and I'll cut out the boring bits for you while we're waiting for matchmaking and stuff. Alright, so that was actually pretty quick matchmaking. So, looks like we're dropping in here on the Powerplant map. And so first things first, since we're doing Beacon Rush, I'm going to use my Raven, and I'll use that to jump over to this beacon over here. It'll be a lot easier for me to get back up from this position than for somebody else. So I'll let my teammates go for the other beacon over here. Just trying to be a courteous team player here. Since I have a jump, I may as well be the one that's down here, not one of the people that has a dash, because then they have to go all the way around to get back up at the top. So this is actually great news since we got these Camijos coming in. This setup here shreds, like it absolutely annihilates things. So if they're getting up close enough, like it tears straight through them. So you can see that just draining in there, and I was able to grab a couple of those kills, so that's nice. Let's see here. Trying to figure out, so it looks like they have our home beacon, so that's no bueno. I just need to figure out where they're pushing more. If they're going to push our home beacon more, then I'll take theirs. And if not, then I guess we'll see where this guy respawns, and then actually there's two Haichis there. That's probably not going to be our best bet. So, oh, and unfortunately that was like a terrible jump right there. All right, let's knock down this shield for my team. Oh, there's another guy just poked out over here. Just saw him out of the corner of my eye. Alright, so since they've got a guy right here, I think our best bet is going to be to jump into our Spectre, and we'll clear these guys out. Oh, this is the other build that I didn't... Why was I doing like no damage? Oh, never mind, I know why I'm doing no damage. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, let me know if you've seen this as well, but recently, whenever I've been jumping, and pretty much anything, whenever I've been jumping, I've been, like, my Orkans have been going into the ground, like, near my target, but not close enough to my target to actually do some damage. Have you guys been noticing that as well? Because it may be a bug, because I haven't noticed it until, like, this most recent update, so... Let's see if we can force this guy to jump towards us, and then we can hopefully take the beacon. Oh, dang it, we're hosed. We're hosed, people! We are hosed. Way overextended, but at least we got a bunch of people to drop over on that beacon. I guess, okay, it looks like we are about to take this beacon back. Hopefully my team can do it. And then I will drop into my Raijin either on B or E, depending on where these guys go. I guess we'll drop in on E, just looking at how the other team's playing right now. So then I can set up camp right here. And then I should be able to do pretty solid damage from this position. They've got tons of people converging on this point, so let's see. Let's reload our embers, and then we'll just keep locking this area down. So that's one of the biggest things on this map. If you can control this hallway, generally you can do very well. This team, however, is doing an excellent job pushing our home beacon, which has hurt us a ton during this. They have a huge beacon advantage right now. I'm just going to put my shield up, not because I'm looking to block Orkans, but because I'm looking to do extra damage. So remember, the Raijin has a 30% damage bonus when it's in its Bastion mode. So you want to use that as much as you can. And I think that's probably why most people, or a lot of people, were wanting to see the Ember built onto the Raijin was for that exact purpose. Now the unfortunate thing is that my legs like really get in the way, so if I'm in the middle of this hallway, I have a hard time getting out. Luckily this Griffin's being courteous and he's letting me escape. But anyway, yeah, so we're really down on beacons. It looks like they may have mech'd out, or maybe they just have a guy waiting to drop. But it doesn't look like the hallway is in huge jeopardy right now, so I want to help push this beacon. It's just going to take me a minute to get over there. And unfortunately, my Raijin's only level 10. I wish it was a higher level, because when it's like Max Mark II, for example, it has 300,000 hit points. So I'm moving back in here because I saw this guy moving towards the beacon here. And luckily, he's running Scourges, so I'm impervious to him at least for a minute. Until until I get taken out by something else. But I'm impervious to him while I've got my shield still on there. But the Raijin shields they're not the sturdiest things on the planet. So luckily I was able to spawn into my Mercury before I was taken out sorry, I can't talk. I can't words because of the brain. I was able to drop into my Mercury. So I'm just trying to stay up on this cover so this guy can't hit me as well. If I can get my jump back, I can take him out. Unfortunately, there's that guy with shock trains behind me as well, but okay, it looks like he's behind cover. Unfortunately, this guy's taking the beacon back, so oh, there's some more shock trains, of course. Dang it, my team is getting manhandled this round. So we've got a couple Bulgasari shock trains over there. My whole team is this way. I guess let's stick with the team and see if we can make a concerted effort to push forward here. Not sure that we're going to win this round, but should be able to take this guy out fast. Oh, I was just about to turn. That was dumb. Anyway, so make sure you are using your target lock. If you don't have that activated, make sure you activate that in your menu, like in your game menu. Because if you're not using that, you're not going to be able to take advantage of the ability of the Bulgasari to be able to rotate with the Scourges on there. Fortunately, we're taken out too early on that one. But what I mean to say is, like, so when you have your target lock on, there's those green brackets that are surrounding the screen. And I wish I didn't die so I could actually show you guys this. But there's those green brackets on the side of the screen. And you want to keep your enemy between those, but you can angle your shield so that your shield is blocking, but you're still able to shoot, because whether you're running shock trains or Scourges or whatever, you're going to be able to have a target lock on there. So pretty solid damage. We did okay on beacons, but especially Blazed Out on there from DR. He was wrecking us on stealing beacons. I think he took our home beacon like 3 times. So he did a great job. Very, very excellent gameplay from him. Let's jump into another round. We'll see if we can do a little bit better here. Unfortunately, my team was really struggling. Luckily, we got 2 beacon rushes in a row, and we didn't have to wait for matchmaking, so that is a huge bonus. Okay, so let's drop into our Raven again, just so that we can get into center faster. So I'll help take the beacon, and then you want to kind of wait, in my opinion, you want to kind of wait until you're to the outside of this beacon anyway to use your jump, because then it should put you right onto the ramp. Right under the bottom of the ramp, I should say. And the unfortunate bit is, just like using a hover, you're exposed to all that fire and everything. But luckily I have a teammate moving up here. When you don't want to use your double jump to move up this close is when you're not going to have support from your team moving up with you. There's pretty much no point in going for it, because you're just going to get taken out. So just something to keep in mind there. Luckily that hover just jumped, so he's now out of range of the beacon. I don't know if I'm be able to... Nope, I was going to say I don't know if I'll be able to capture the beacon before getting taken out, but that's the biggest thing with the hover or with the Raven. You want to make sure that you have backup when you're moving in, because yes, you can move in and get the beacon really quick, but if you don't have somebody else there with you, there's a good chance you're about to get flocked by an angry flock of Kamihos. So just something to keep in mind there. And so it looks like we've got a couple people running in a squad here from a clan. The Spades there. I'm not sure what clan that is. I would like to see if I can move up. For now, I guess I'll just put some pressure here. We might be able to move up onto the ramp and help take center. We got a Jesse up there with aphids, but oh, whoops! Actually, did not mean to press my ability there. That was a mistake. I did not mean to do that. I was just going to run over this way until I was on the ramp, and then I was going to use my ability up on the ramp, but now I've got 14 seconds to wait until I can actually move up there. Target lock has been so annoying lately, and they really need to fix it. That's something else that's been bugged since recent updates, is that the target lock no longer is... Dang it! If I didn't do that jump, man. But yeah, the target lock no longer is prioritizing targets that are closer to you. It, like, cycles through, like, everybody except for the guy that you want. Like, all the time. It's so frustrating. Wish they would fix it. Not sure when that'll happen. So I guess we'll stay on the bridge, because then we can use these little cover plates like that high cheese right next to, and avoid the treb fire. My goal, though, is to move up to their home beacon. And once I get a little further this way, I mean, I'll pressure center as I'm over here. I guess we could probably help mech these guys out. I just need to play it safe, because this thing is squishy. And this is only level 12 Mark 1, remember, from earlier when I was showing you my stats and everything. This is not the healthiest Spectre that's ever lived. Dang it. And yeah, as you can see from that. Okay, so it looks like they got an Inquisitor up there on the bridge. I was trying to see who else might be there. Okay, let's do this. Let's go over onto the sidelines here. This isn't really the best show. I wish we didn't have Yam on Beacon Rush. It's kind of not the greatest, because I mean 80% of the time you're going to, like, whoever gets the first solid hold on the center beacon pretty much is going to win the round. That's just how it is. And so that predictability is boring, and I apologize for that. Might just end up doing another recording. This guy's running Tehran, so I'll just stay out of his range here and see if I can drop his shields. Remember, the Lancelot shield's not very strong, so it actually drains really quick. It's kind of dumb. I think it should just be a stronger single plate instead of having, you know, multiple plates with 100 and 50,000 hit points when it's maxed out. Instead of having multiple plates like that, I really think that it should have just one solid plate, especially these days because of how overpowered everything new is in the game. That plate really should just be one single piece. Okay, so they've got 3 guys over there. This is going to be our best chance to move in and take center, because it's unlikely that those guys are going to drop out of what they're running right now. Come on, I see that guy's Orkans. I was just trying to avoid the treb fire there. See if we can move up and help my teammate out here. He's getting hosed by that Lancelot. Oh, dang it. Yeah, this is this is no bueno. I think what we'll end up doing is we'll just do another recording. It's kind of frustrating rounds. Not super fun for you guys, or maybe you're into that kind of thing. Maybe you like how real it is. You're like, yeah, Stu gets those kind of rounds too. I mean, my goal isn't to show you how realistic the game is. My goal is for you guys to have fun. And if fun is if fun for you guys is, commiserating, seeing that you're not alone out there, then I can provide that for you. But to me, it just doesn't seem like very fun gameplay, for you guys to watch me. Like on a round like this on Yam, for example. See, I swear I didn't hit my ability. Like, my thumb wasn't even anywhere close to that. That really screwed me over with that Mercury earlier. I think I could have taken center if that hadn't happened. Mercury's the best for taking center on Yam, man. Luckily, I've got like all kinds of HP Zors on this thing, so I can take some treb hits to the nose. Nice. Teammate took the beacon. You know what? Maybe we'll end up coming back and winning this. If I lock down this area right here, we should be good to go. And it looks like they're meching out. I mean, they were holding this area pretty hard, so I guess what we'll do is we'll just put up our Bastion mode here. And that guy's going to be able to whittle away at us and everything, but at least... Oh, dang it. He's got Tempests. I don't want that wasted on my shield there, so I'm going to dip behind cover. We'll just use this cover to our advantage here. We might be able to win this, but they do have a serious beacon advantage on us. Trying to see what that Griffin's running. Looks like he's got Aphids, and is that Vortex on there? It's hard to tell on little mobile screen. Hard to say. There we go. Get that 30% damage bonus there. Nice. Thank you, Haichi. Do you see that? Do you see that team up right there? That's what I'm talking about. Hopefully he was doing that on purpose. I bet he was. Excellent player. Thank you, my friend. So anyway, so I only really got to run 2 rounds this morning with this Raijin before I had to do life things. But big things to notice, like whenever you're running the Raijin, or things to pay attention to for those who requested this, is you want to make sure that you always have cover that you're close to. This thing is very big, and you also want to make sure that you're not, muddying up, like you're not getting in the way in a hallway or like on this ramp right here. You want to make sure that your legs aren't in the way, because very easy for you to get in the way of your teammates there. I just saw that Butch looking this direction, and I assumed he was going to shoot at the people closer to him, but can never be too certain these days. He's been camping the whole time. Oh, looks like he's got another camping bot. Something with Tempest over there. Maybe he's a Fury with Tempest. But anyway, so I'm looking this way, so I just wanted to be careful. He'll be able to pick me apart, though, before I get to him if he sees me. Looks like we've got every single beacon here, so... And this is my last bot, so I can't do anything about it. I was going to drop in on that, but... Come this way. Come this way, friend. So yeah, make sure that you always are close to cover. Are the big things that I was mentioning. Make sure that you're close to cover, and then make sure you remember to activate your ability so that you can maximize your damage output. Those are the biggest things with the Raijin always, regardless of what you're running. You could be running a long range build, you could be running a close range build like this, but it is going to take you time to get places because it's so slow and because its legs are so big. Like, you need to be courteous of your teammates with your gross spider legs. So anyway, I think we'll drop into one more. I just feel bad ending on Yam with you guys. So, and remember, you can always speed up how much your... Sorry, I just had to pop up on the computer. You can always speed up how quickly your playback is going on your phone or on your PC. We got 3 beacon rushes in a row. I don't think this has ever happened to me. I never get 3 beacon rushes. But anyway, yeah, make sure that you speed up your playback if you're not into waiting for the round to be over kind of thing. You can always speed it up in your settings and make it go faster, so you don't feel like you're wasting your time. So my strategy with the Raven on Dead City is usually to use my double jump ability to move me in, so that I can take their home beacon or their side beacon, depending on what's the most open and everything. And right now they're heavy in center, and then they've got these 2 guys on this side. It looks like that guy's running Trebs from what I just saw earlier. So what I'll do is I'll move up and I'll help to pressure this Kamiho, and then I'm going to use my double jump as soon as I get past this building, because that'll get me up on top of the structure there. But I'll use my double jump once I get past this building so that I can move up and take the beacon. So luckily that guy with Trebs just fired. I'm just waiting for as long as I possibly can to be able to use my jump here. We're getting noob trained to death over there. Okay, so we have the beacon. They've got someone moving in here to take it, but luckily I was able to get it before they were able to do anything. So they got a guy with shock trains there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop into my Mercury and then finish this guy off. So moving off of the beacon here, just wanted to take it really quick and then get out of the way. Hopefully that guy just shot his noob trains, but I've got my ability coming back here in a couple seconds regardless, and his shield is, I'll make short work of that. Luckily, so there's also the 64 meter radius on the dash, or sorry, not the dash ability, the hell dive ability. So make sure you're keeping that in mind when you're considering where your targets are. Try to jump between them, and as long as they're within a 64 meter radius of you, you're going to be able to do pretty solid damage to them. So that was pretty good with the Mercury. Looks like this is going to be a short round because we had such a early solid beacon cap on him there. This guy's avoiding like all of my damage. Run! Luckily they weren't looking at me. Except for that guy at the very end there. Unfortunately, my Orkans, I only have one at Mark 1, 12. The rest are Mark 1, level 11. So they're not the sturdiest, or not the most effective weapons I could be using. Looks like we got more targets over here, and we're about to win. So I just want to see if we can help get a little bit more damage on here before we finish the round out. Well, that was a quick one, so I guess we ended up doing 3 rounds instead of 2 today, but I think that ended up working out. Matchmaking was nice to us, and we got 3 beacon rushes. So I'll leave these in, and I think we might do another recording for another day. I would like to talk about these a little bit more in more detail, so... but yeah, if you do have questions about these builds, make sure you drop a comment below. Let me know what you'd like to see in the future, and I'll add it to the list. Remember that there's a lot of people requesting things, and I keep a list going, and the way that I prioritize them is once something gets, you know, enough people wanting it, then I will prioritize that. Or if I'm just like throwing in random stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, I think somebody wanted this, I'll just chuck it in. But for the most part, it's, you know, whatever people want the most. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Like I said, drop a comment below. Let me know what you'd like to see in the future. Let me know what questions you have about these builds, and I'll do my very best to answer them. Anyway, I hope you guys have an amazing day.